Have you ever heard of a man who could outcalculate trained mathematicians without ever learning to read or write? This is the unbelievable story of Thomas Fuller, the enslaved African man who stunned America with nothing but his mind. Imagine this, it's the 1700s. No calculators, no computers, no textbooks. Yet there's a man in Virginia who can tell you exactly how many seconds someone has lived, down to the last one in under 2 minutes. People called him the Virginia Calculator. Thomas Fuller was born around 1710 in Africa, near what's now Liberia. But at just 14, he was kidnapped and sold into slavery in colonial America. He never went to school, never learned English letters, but what he did have was an extraordinary brain for numbers. While others were working the fields, Thomas was quietly doing something different, counting, measuring, multiplying, all in his head. Soon word got out. People across Virginia started hearing about this man who could solve massive math problems faster than anyone with a pen and paper. Visitors came from miles away, testing him with impossible questions, and every time he blew them away. One day, someone asked, "How many seconds has a man lived who's 70 years, 17 days, and 12 hours old?" In less than 2 minutes, Thomas replied, 2,210,500,800 seconds. The men checked his answer, thought he was wrong, until Thomas calmly said, "You forgot leap years." They checked again, and he was right. Another time, he was asked how many bushels of corn would grow in a field 8 miles square, with 30 bushels per acre. Instantly, he said, 5,734,080 bushels. Once again, spot on. Every test, every time. Here's the twist, though. Despite his fame, despite being praised by great minds like Benjamin Rush, Thomas Fuller lived and died enslaved. He was never freed. His genius was celebrated, but never rewarded. And that's the heartbreaking part. Fuller wasn't just a human calculator, he was proof. Proof that brilliance has no color, no education, no chain strong enough to hold it back. His mind defied every racist lie that tried to say Africans were less intelligent. Abolitionists used his story as living evidence that genius exists everywhere. It just needs the freedom to grow. Thomas Fuller died in 1790, but his story still echoes today. Because he reminds us that human potential, when buried under injustice, still finds a way to shine through. He didn't need books or degrees, just a mind sharp enough to outsmart anyone who doubted him. So next time you reach for a calculator, remember the man who was one, Thomas Fuller, the Virginia Calculator. Watch the next video to discover another hidden genius history almost forgot.